Want assistance choosing between the Galaxy S23 and the iPhone 14 Pro? Let's review which phone is preferable for you, as both have outstanding performance. The Apple iPhone 14 Pro and Samsung Galaxy 23 are two of your top options if you're looking to get a new flagship phone. Your preference for iOS or Android will play a role in your decision. The former provides substantial customization, while the latter is advantageous to anyone who owns AirPods or MacBook. But what do you do after that? The Samsung Galaxy S23 is brand new and glossy, whereas the iPhone 14 Pro has been around for a while. There's a lot to enjoy about both of these devices because they are bigger than some alternatives. We're contrasting Apple's mid-range iPhone 14 Pro with Samsung's entry-level model, because the two devices share a lot of features. Since both gadgets have significant advantages and disadvantages, we're not really favoring one over the other in this case. To assist you in making a decision, let's review those distinctions in more detail. The dimensions of the Samsung Galaxy S23 are 5.76 by 2.79 by 0.3, while those of the iPhone 14 Pro are just slightly larger at 5.81 by 2.81 by 0.31. In everyday use, you won't notice the difference. Similar to that, the screens on both phones have the same size. The iPhone 14 Pro provides a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR screen, but the Samsung variant has a 6.1-inch Dynamic AMOLED 2X screen. With the iPhone 14 Pro's ProMotion feature and Super Retina XDR technology, you can achieve variable refresh rates of up to 120 Hz. This is quite comparable to gaming displays, and ought to be sufficient for playing and broadcasting games. With a maximum brightness of 1000 nits, 1600 nits for HDR content, and up to 2000 nits as its peak brightness outside, it is also an always-on display. Since it's a phone, you'll probably use it outside a lot. The Samsung Galaxy S23 likewise features an always-on display and refresh rates up to 120 Hz, with a touch sampling rate of 240 Hz in game mode, but it falls short of the iPhone 14 Pro's impressive outdoor brightness, which peaks at 1750 nits. The iPhone 14 Pro also boasts a higher resolution than the Samsung Galaxy S23, which is a resolution of 2340 by 1080, and a pixel density of 425. The Dynamic Island, a notch at the top of the screen that changes based on the app you're using, is exclusive to the iPhone 14 Pro. It's still a little gimmicky because not all apps can use it, but it has some potential for the future and can look very amazing. Although both screens will be attractive, those who value detail will favor the iPhone 14 Pro's screen. On the surface, the cameras on the Samsung Galaxy S23 and the iPhone 14 Pro appear to be rather similar. Everyone appreciates a good set of cameras on their smartphone. Along with a 12 megapixels ultra-wide and 12 megapixels telephoto lens, the iPhone 14 Pro boasts a 48 megapixels primary camera. The Samsung Galaxy S23, in contrast, boasts a 50 megapixels wide lens, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera, and a 10 megapixels telephoto camera. The lineup is the same as that of the Samsung Galaxy S22. What are their results? Naturally, they both provide some of the best mobile photography available. The iPhone 14 Pro exhibits a comparable strong contrast on all photographs with occasional oversaturation, as does the Samsung Galaxy S23. Both phones have a night mode that activates when necessary and produces fantastic low-light images. With Apple's new 2x lossless zoom, the iPhone 14 Pro has the advantage in zoom, but this isn't exactly a deal-breaker. Both phones have a 12 megapixels front-facing cam with zoom capabilities for selfies. The Samsung Galaxy S23 features a 3900 mAh battery, which brings it closer to the capacity of the iPhone 14 Pro Max than the 3200 mAh battery found in the iPhone 14 Pro. The mileage will change based on how you use it, just like with any other device. According to Apple, the iPhone 14 Pro can stream videos for up to 20 hours or playback for up to 23 hours. You'll need to charge it around every day and a half for daily mixed use. On the plus side, utilizing a 20 watts or higher charger allows it to charge the battery to up to 50% in 30 minutes. Again, depending on how you use it, the Samsung Galaxy S23 will require 25 watts to reach the same results, although early reviews indicate it can outlast the iPhone 14 Pro. Because the AMOLED display uses less power than the Super Retina XDR display, this is probably certainly the cause. The Galaxy S23 is Qi compatible, however, the iPhone 14 Pro supports MagSafe for wireless charging. The Samsung Galaxy S23 is lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro while having the same size. It also features a bigger battery and a little bit more RAM. Your choice largely depends on whether you choose iOS or Android as your operating system, building on the success of preceding models in their respective ranges. The Samsung Galaxy S23's smaller weight doesn't really matter in daily use, because both phones are similar in size. Although the screen on the iPhone 14 Pro is superior, especially when used outside, the difference is smaller than you might expect. The iPhone 14 Pro will cost you $200 more as a result of the Apple Premium. If you're not committed to iOS or Android and simply want an excellent phone for less money, it may make a huge difference. What do you think about these phones? Which phone is better? Write your opinion in the comments. Have a nice day, and luck is definitely on your side.